Today at the CSG, this is our periodical meetings that we normally conduct to sensitize the government structures, the development partners and the public on the situation of drought. And I would like to say that actually currently, in brief, we are at an alarm stage of drought where we are now experiencing actually hotter days. We are experiencing scarcity of water at present. We are experiencing actually, the reason as to why we are experiencing the heat today is because of the underperformance of the previous seasons. The long-run seasons for 2021 did not perform well. The short-run season for 2021 did not perform well. And even the 2020 rainfall did not perform well. And that's why we are feeling the heat right now as a county, where I have talked about the water scarcity. We are more than 80% of the open water sources are now dry, and most of the water structures are actually experiencing some challenges in terms of the water availability. To an extent, the strategic boreholes now are actually experiencing pressure, and there is a high likelihood of breakages experienced and reported to us as government for early action. And all this is because of the current drought that we are experiencing. The livestock body condition is not good, it's poor currently, which is also compromising the market. The terms of trade are actually shifting away from the normal. When you talk about the migration, it is actually merciful, and most of the livestock herders are outside their normal grazing zones. Most of them are in the borders of Kenya, Uganda, Kenya, South Sudan. And in terms of the pasture, there is no pasture actually, and where we have pasture actually is so much inadequate. And in areas where there is no water, you find people move away because of search of water. And when we talk about the water scarcity is also, we are also experiencing the long distances to water structures because most of them have dried, and the cost of water is really is alarming at present, and you are an average of 10 shillings per 20 jerrycan, and as opposed to our normal of less than 5 shillings. And therefore, according to our projection, we have been told, we had also a PSP which we did actually, participatory scenario planning, which has actually told us that there is some lengthening of the current drought, and obviously the rainfalls expected in March have delayed, they are not there. And according to the traditional knowledge, or the traditional early warning system and the conventional one, they have all depicted that actually the rainfall will delay. It will come sometimes during the first or the second week of April. And therefore, the prognosis that I can guide is that we are expecting more drier and hotter days. We are expecting actually the upsurge of livestock diseases because of the migration, because now they are moving to areas where there's pasture, and when they converge, there is high likelihood that the diseases, the contagious diseases, will be actually on an upsurge. The number of population at risk is also expected to increase in the near future. The malnutrition cases also is expected to increase, and the water scarcity at this point is also expected to increase in future if the situation continues the way it is now. So that is the overview of the county. In terms of the food security, the county is classified at IPC 3 now in terms of the food security, meaning there is a shortage of food. The crisis is a crisis stage where now we call upon actually the assistance of the partners to come and see how we can save the lives and the livelihoods of the Turkana people. We thank God for the government, the efforts of the government that has been injected. The national government, the county government have done something, the development partners have done something. We recognize the efforts, and we really want to say, because the drought has lengthened, the short rain season is lengthening, we still need to continue resource mobilizing and supporting the efforts of the government, at least to save the lives and the livelihoods of the people.